Hello, beautiful brides. It's Chelsea Morin with Double Blessing Events, and today I'm here to share with you 7 things that your guests don't care about as much as you think they do. So I know that planning a wedding is so stressful. It can get so overwhelming. It's really hard to know where you should put your focus. And I remember planning my wedding. It's like one day I would want black and white as my colors, and then the next day I would want, I don't know, orange and pink, and then the next day I would want blue and green, and it just drove me crazy because I felt like I couldn't make a decision, and I had everything going around in my head, and I felt like a chicken with her head cut off. It was crazy. So I'm sharing with you 7 things that if you're feeling that way, you can take off your to-do list, you can take off your plate, because your guests won't really know. So the first one that your guests don't really care if it's there or not well, they do care if this one's there, but they don't care that much about it, is your invitations. So you think that, okay, I'm going to come up with a perfect invitation, I'm going to have confetti come out, or I'm going to make it this really extravagant piece so then everyone, when they open it up, they'll be like, oh, that is the most beautiful thing. Unfortunately, that is just not what happens, okay? All the guests want to know is where your wedding is, what day it's at, what time it's at, and if there's food, okay? That's all they really want to know. And to be honest, if they aren't coming, it's going in the trash. Or after they RSVP, it's going in the trash. So only a few of your guests will actually put it up on their fridge, maybe your mom or your grandma, right? But again, I want to preface this real quick before I go any further. These 7 things are not me telling you, oh my gosh, do not have this at your wedding. Not at all. It's just telling you, hey, if you're feeling stressed, if you're really overwhelmed, if you are getting so caught up in everything and you're getting so anxious, these are 7 things that you can easily take off that won't affect anything, okay? So invitations is one of them. Just do an easy, simple invitation if you want to. Send it out through email. Make a Facebook event. Don't break your back and try to make these awesome 10-star invitations, okay, that are going to wow your guests, because it's just not going to happen, all right? So the second thing that you can get rid of is your guest book. Your guests aren't really that much or that concerned with the guest book, okay? They come in, they're looking forward to the wedding. They're looking forward to seeing you get married. And honestly, if I went to a wedding and there wasn't a guest book, I probably wouldn't even notice. I wouldn't even know. So again, save some time, save some stress, save some energy, and just go with either no guest book or have your photographer just be really diligent and take pictures of every table so you get every guest, or just go with something simpler, okay? The third thing that you can do, or not do rather, are programs. All right, so you would think that programs would be really beneficial. Your guests would really enjoy knowing the schedule of the day and when things are happening. But they're going to find out anyway, okay? We're smart people. We know how the flow of weddings go, and it's just not that important. So if you really want to do programs and that's really important to you, go for it. Be my guest. That's wonderful. I'm so glad you know what you want. But if you're just feeling the burden, take out the programs. Don't make all that work for you. And especially if you're doing paper programs, you have to get all of the copies. Then you have to put them on all of the pews or all of the chairs. Then you have to pick them up after, or find someone and pick them up after, okay? Because guests do not take programs. That's just how it is. That's the reality of it, okay? So, invitations, guest book, programs. Another thing that you can leave out if you want are toasts. Guests come to a wedding to see you, to party, and to eat and to drink. That's it, okay? So if you mix the toasts, they might even be thankful for it, because then they get their food earlier, they don't have to sit through as much, and especially since they've already sat through a ceremony. And also, if you are like, oh, I don't know if my maid of honor is going to say something weird or just inappropriate or totally embarrass me in front of everyone, never fear, you can just take it off altogether, or you can just have her say a little speech, say a little toast at your rehearsal dinner. So then if she does bomb, then it's not as big of a deal. It's not in front of everyone, right? It's only in front of your closest friends and family. So that is totally another option to do. You can take the toast out. You can do them during the rehearsal dinner. And if you have a maid of honor and a best man that hate crowds or hate speaking, great. Just take it out. Don't cause them that stress. Don't cause yourself that stress. Just let it go, okay? Another thing that I want to talk about is the bouquet and garter toss. This was a huge tradition back in the day. Now it's like, if you want it, fine, great, wonderful, have it. But again, it's not a requirement. And girl, honestly, nothing is a requirement. This is your wedding. You do what you want. You make it your day, okay? Again, this is just something you can take off your chest if you need. And I know so many brides that they come to me and they're like, Chelsea, do we have to do a garter toss? Do we have to do the bouquet toss? Because they're so embarrassed by it. It's like, who wants their husband like grinding up on their leg in front of all these people? And for some people, that is awesome and they love that and they relish in that. But for others that are more introverted or quiet or shy, that's just not their thing. So you totally don't have to do that. You don't have to if you don't do the bouquet toss, great. That's another thing marked off the list you don't have to worry about. You don't have to get a tossing bouquet or anything like that. So if you leave it out, your guests will be fine. Hey, they'll have more time to eat and party. That's great. The next thing is your send-off. Here's the deal. Most of your guests will already be gone. That's just the honest truth. A lot of your guests leave pretty much typically after the dessert is served or you cut the cake. And so in reality, it'll just be your closest friends and family who stay till the very end. So don't put so much pressure on yourself to come up with this wonderful send-off that's going to be super fun for everyone. Don't put hours into planning it and then be disappointed when people don't stay, okay? Don't take it personally. That's just how it is. That's just how weddings are. People have curfews, they have children, they have to get home, okay? So don't take it personally. But also, I want you to be educated so then you know, okay, if you're gonna do a send-off, you know it's important to you, that it's for you and not your guests, all right? And there are so many simple ways to do a send-off. You don't have to make those intricate ribbon wands or go and buy those expensive bubbles or glow sticks or sparklers. Just do something simple. Some ideas that I've seen is you have your two lines, right? And you go through the middle and you just high five on your way out. I mean, it's so simple. Not traditional, but it's great. It works and it's at no extra work to you. Another thing is we have the two lines and everyone puts their arms out and like interlocks hands to make a bridge, and then the bride and groom go through. That's what we did at our wedding. I had never seen it done before. I loved it. It was so much fun. I didn't get many pictures with me because my groom was in the way, but it was still great. It was fun. Everyone loved it. So we've gone through invitations, guest book, programs, bouquet and garter toss, toasts, send-off. The last thing I want to address is your wedding favors. There are so many weddings that I have been to, so many weddings that I've coordinated, where guests just leave them on the table. It honestly isn't really important to them. If it's important to you, yes, have them. If you want extras from your wedding, great. Actually, this past wedding that I did, they handed out coffee beans, and their last name is Blodgett, and so they put the Blodgett blend and had put them in these like really cute packs and had personalized them and everything. But there was so much left over, and so I asked their families, hey, can I take this home? So my husband and I have this huge collection of coffee beans. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Sorry for the aside. But wedding favors are another thing that you can just get rid of, okay? If you're feeling the stress, don't worry about it. Your guests won't care that they're not there. They won't even miss them. They won't even notice. So save yourself some time. Save yourself from stress. So the 7 things that your guests don't care about as much as you think they do, 7 things that you can take off your plate so you feel more relaxed, more at ease. We have invitations, guest book, programs, toasts, bouquet and garter toss, send-off, and favors. And those are your 7 things. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below and click the bell so then you know when the next time is that I post a video. All right, guys, love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.